Picture yourself by a quiet river. The sun warms your face. The world feels still, not because nothing happens, because there is peace inside. That is what basic trust, felt safety, feels like. It's not a grand event. It is an inner knowing, a sense that you're held even when you fall, that you matter even when you doubt, that life, with all its chaos, is not against you. But what if this trust is missing? This video is about felt safety, loss, and the path back to yourself. Welcome. I'm Carsten Noack. As a therapist, I help people living with anxiety, trauma, and the search for safety. By the end, you'll have a 90-second reset and a 4-step plan to grow felt safety, even if trust has felt out of your reach. What is basic trust? What I'm talking about here. The term comes from developmental psychology. Erik H. Erikson described it as the first major developmental task. In the first year or two of life, a child learns, is the world safe or threatening? Am I accepted or must I adapt? Am I welcome or am I too much? That sets the tone. But basic trust is not just about childhood. It is a ground note of existence. An inner yes that can echo across life or remain absent. When basic trust is missing, on the outside, people may look capable, strong, organized. Inside, there is constant restlessness. A subtle mistrust they can't explain. Closeness feels dangerous. Vulnerability risky. Connection threatening. As a result, they try to control everything. See themselves as inadequate. Rejection before even something happens. That's what they expect. Many adults with developmental trauma have no picture of what they missed, but their body remembers. The trembling, the endurance, the inner withdrawal. Life without basic trust. Without felt safety, life often becomes a constant what if. What if I fail? What if I'm rejected? What if no one comes? These questions take root. They guide our decisions. They shape relationships. And they block what we long for most. Closeness, freedom, peace. The nervous system view. From neuroscience, basic trust is not just a feeling. It is a state of the autonomic nervous system. With safe early contact, the system learns, I can relax. I'm connected. I'm enough. Without it, the system stays on alert. Fight, flight, freeze. So even if safety exists today, it doesn't feel that way inside. That's why advice alone rarely helps. You cannot just calm down someone whose body never learned safety. The body believes something else. A philosophical view. Yes, philosophy too has a voice here. Martin Buber spoke of the I-Thou relationship. Healing through true meaning, through meeting, through connection. Simone Weil wrote of letting life touch you without breaking from it. And Albert Schweitzer called it reverence of life, or reverence for life. Basic trust is not naive optimism. It is staying connected to life even in struggle. A yes incites a no. Trust without proof. A case example. Leah, middle of her 30s, she came to my practice asking, why can I trust no one, not even myself? Her childhood was fractured. A father lost to alcohol, a mother lost in silence, and Leah grew up too fast. Always responsible, always a strong one. Today, she leads a successful life, but inside she's exhausted. Always on guard, always in motion. Basic trust? I wouldn't even know what that feels like, she said. By the way, this is a composite case. Details changed for privacy, the way all my stories are built. In therapy, Leah slowly learned to reconnect. Not to perform, not to explain, to feel. To feel, I'm here, I may exist. Without performance, without armor. How can basic trust heal? Here begins the hope. Because basic trust is not only childhood experience, it is also a capacity that can grow later in life. How? Through safe relationships, through experiences that nourish instead of overwhelm, through kind self-care, through body-oriented work that helps the nervous system relearn safety cues. Trust does not heal by debate. Safety grows by repetition. 5 ways to rebuild felt safety. First, body work. Safety starts in the body. If your body learned the world is unsafe, you can't just tell it otherwise. You must show it. Gentle movement, yoga, tai chi, mindful walking, somatic experience focusing. These decode the body's language. Move what was frozen. Feel, I'm here, I can act. I'm at home in myself. Second, relationship work. New experiences heal all wounds. Trust breaks in relationships. It heals in relationships. Not through clever words, through steady contact. You have to find out what does it mean. When you're seen without judgment, when you're welcome even when you don't perform, in that case, something melts inside. Slowly you learn, I'm held. I can hold myself. Third, boundaries. Feel yourself again. Many learn to overstep themselves to be loved. They said yes while meaning no. They stayed silent while their inner world screamed. Boundaries are not walls, they are doors. When you make small, clear choices, when to rest, what to accept, what not to, you feel, I matter. I can care for myself. Fourth, self-compassion instead of inner criticism. Without felt safety, an inner critic rules. Pull yourself together, you're too sensitive, it's your fault. Self-compassion means speaking to yourself as you would do it to a child, with tenderness, attention, no judgment, no endless praise, and steady presence. This builds an inner place of safety, even in uncertainty. 5. Hypnotherapy and inner journeys. Rehearse safety. Many wounds live below words, deep in the nervous system. That's why thinking alone cannot change them. Hypnotherapy and guided imagery can. They help rehearse new safety cues. They create experiences that stick. I'm safe. I'm welcome. I belong. Such phrases work not through logic, they work through experience, and that changes the system. A 90-second reset. Give it a chance. Do it. Now, at the right place, and if you want to. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly, and inhale to a count of 4, and exhale to a count of 6. Do this a few times, let's say 3 or 4 times. And on each exhale, whisper or tell yourself inside, right now, I feel safe enough. Right now, I feel safe enough. Rate your felt safety from 1 to 10 before and after, and notice the shift. A 4-step plan. First, name it. For example, my body signals threat. Second, shift state. Use a 90-second reset. And third, tiny approach. A micro gesture, for example, make eye contact for 10 seconds while breathing out. That micro exposure gives you the chance to learn something. And 4, reinforce. Note one proof of safety afterward. Write it down. Really small steps. Repeat it. This is how trust grows. A guided practice. Your safe place. if the right place, if it's secure, if you want to sit comfortably and close your eyes. Breathe in and out. Feel the support beneath you. Gravity holds you without effort. Come in contact with yourself, and now imagine a place where you feel completely safe, belonging, welcome. Maybe real, maybe imagined, maybe from childhood, maybe a new one. Notice sights, colors, sounds, air, sensations. Let it form. Let it affect you. Explore. Then place a hand on your heart. Whisper inside, I'm safe. I may be here. I'm welcome. I'm safe. I may be here. I'm welcome. Stay as long as you like. This place is yours. A breath, a picture, a feeling, and you return to it. Trust is not a destination, it's a path. Basic trust is not an endpoint, it is practice. Repeated signals of safety, step by step, moment by moment. Even if early roots are damaged, you can grow new ones, in your way, at your pace. And maybe one day you'll sit again by the river and feel, I'm here. I matter. I'm carried. I'm Carsten Noack. Let's walk this path together and let's take good care of ourselves and those who matter most.